Dott TV News at 4. I am Priscilla Ifani, and here are the stories we have for you. The Delta State government has suspended the Commissioner for Works, Highway and Urban Roads, Ruben Zeze, indefinitely over allegations linking him to the assault of the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Protocol, Simon Moody, popularly known as Temple. The suspension, announced by the Secretary to the state government, Dr. Kingsley Emo, takes immediate effect. The government said the decision was to allow security agencies to conduct an impartial investigation into the alleged assaults which reportedly occurred at the Petroleum Training Institute, Forum. The state government reaffirmed its commitment to public safety, law and order, stressing that no individual or institution is above the law. Izeze, who represents Ugeli South State constituency in the Delta State House of Assembly, was appointed Commissioner for Works by Governor Sheriff Oborewori.
One thing I don't take in Delta State is that whether you are a government appointee, whether you are part of the system, if you commit offense in law, just recently one of our commissioners was involved in some issue of assault. We ordered police to investigate the case. And the man was arrested and charged to court. And the man was under suspension. You can't be answering the case and you be in the government. So to tell you how disciplined we are.
The General Officer commanding 6th Division of the Nigerian Army, Port Harcourt, a land component commander of the Joint Task Force South-South Operation Delta Save, Major General Everest Ifeanyi Okoro, has called for sustained collaboration between the Nigerian Army and the Delta State government to safeguard national assets across the Niger Delta. Major General Okoro, accompanied by the General Officer commanding 63 Brigade Asaba, Brigadier General I.B. Buhari, and other principal officers of the command made a call during a courtesy visit to the Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborewori at the ESCO Chambers in Asaba. The report. The General Officer commanding 6th Division, Major General Everest Okoro, appreciated the cordial relationship between the Delta State government and the Nigerian Army, stressing the need to sustain the partnership to effectively protect national assets not only in Delta State but also across the wider Niger Delta region.
Indeed, with great honor and a deep sense of responsibility that I pay this courtesy visit to Your Excellency as part of my familiarization tour of 63 Brigade area of responsibility following my assumption of duty as the General Officer commanding 6th Division Nigerian Army. Your Excellency, as you are very much aware, Delta State occupies a strategic position within the Niger Delta and is critical to Nigeria's economic and energy architecture, particularly with its oil and gas infrastructure, waterways, and other national assets. I sincerely appreciate the cordial relationship between the government of Delta State and the Nigerian Army, particularly with 63 Brigade, which is domiciled here in the state.
Responding, Governor Sheriff Oborewori commended the GOC and his entourage for the visit, noting that the relative peace and security enjoyed in Delta State is largely attributable to the synergy between the state government and security agencies.
As a state, we have always shown support and collaborated with all security agencies and security commanders. Delta State is very, very key to the economy of the state. And we also rely on the security agencies to do their work. We have enjoyed peace in this state. And that's why you see that the oil production are going up. We are number one in oil production today in Nigeria. So I want to commend the Nigerian Army and other security agencies for the good work they are doing in this state.
The governor also urged the military leadership to remain focused on its constitutional responsibilities and avoid unnecessary familiarity that could compromise objectivity in the discharge of their duties.
If you are a GOC, you must be proactive. You must take every step to make sure that the people who want to cause problem are brought to book. There's no thing of keeping friendship in this place. This place is work. Work and you see the results.
With security remaining a priority to the Delta State government, the Scots visited by the General Commanding Officer of the 6th Division is expected to bring more synergy within the state and the military to tackle security challenges across the state. From the Government House, Priscilla Ifani, Dott TV News. The Department of State Services (DSS) has released a carpenter, Mustafa Marwana, who was arrested over the abduction and killing of pupils and teachers in Owerri, Oyo State. The DSS Director General Tosin Ajayi ordered his release after investigations found no evidence linking him to the attack on the Ansaru terrorist group. Following his release, the DSS also approved an initial compensation of 3 million naira to help him meet his immediate needs and restart his livelihood. Parana was handed over to his lawyer, Ogene Forgive. The Owerri attack occurred on May 15 when suspected Ansar gunmen abducted 39 pupils and 7 teachers from 3 schools. 2 victims were killed while the remaining captives were rescued on July 10th during a military operation. Several suspects have since been arraigned before the Federal High Court in Abuja, with 3 already sentenced to life imprisonment after pleading guilty to terrorism-related charges. For the average Nigerian driver, getting from one destination to another should be straightforward, but for many transporters, the journey comes with an added burden: police checkpoints. While intended to provide security and keep roads safe, some motorists say the checkpoints have become a source of delays, anxiety, and unexpected expenses. Onyeka Odiase completes the report.
For these drivers, the journey does not end when the engine starts. Along major roads, police checkpoints have become familiar stopping points where motorists are questioned and documents checked. But some transporters allege that they are also sometimes confronted with demands they describe as unofficial. For drivers who make a living on the road, every minute counts. A delay at one checkpoint could mean fewer trips, higher fuel consumption, and less income at the end of the day.
The Delta State Local Government Joint Account Committee (JAC) has approved Governor Sheriff Oboyevori's decision to move the career progression of qualified graduate primary school teachers from grade level 14 to grade level 17. Against this backdrop, our correspondent Cynthia Danaya visited some places in Asaba to sample public opinions on the approval of the report.
For years, primary school teachers have called for improved welfare, better career opportunities, and recognition of their role in laying the foundation of education. This latest approval by the Delta State Local Government Joint Account Committee is being welcomed by stakeholders as a major step towards improving teachers' career progression. Some teachers describe the development as a motivation that will boost their morale, commitment, and dedication to duty, as well as encourage better service delivery in the classroom.
Who in his initiative granted this level 14th ceiling that was being removed. We are very much grateful to him.
A thing of great joy for all graduate teachers in the primary school in Delta State, because this has lingered for so long. And for Governor, His Excellency Governor Sheriff Oborevori, to take off this milestone, this heavy burden off our neck, is a great thing he has done.
The Nigeria Union of Teachers, Delta State Chapter, also described the approval as a positive development, stressing the importance of recognizing teachers as key contributors to human capital development.
Clearly, this one has changed the narrative of the teaching profession in the primary sector. It has boosted the morale of teachers to put in their best in achieving the desired goal in the educational industry.
So with lifting of it, mothers have been given to teachers to put in their best to give to the Nigerian students.
The union, however, called for continued government support to address other challenges in the education sector, including infrastructure, teaching materials, manpower, and the promotion of primary school teachers who are due for advancement.
The promotion for those who are due for promotion is yet to be released. I think now that the government is trying to transit to another level, and with the promise that he has more agenda for the Deltans, we want him to at least release the promotions for those who are due.
I want to encourage His Excellency to do as much as he can to release the promotion of the secondary school teacher that is pending.
With the approval of the new career progression structure, stakeholders are now calling for proper implementation and sustained investment in teachers and educational infrastructure. Reporting from Asaba, Cynthia Adenaya, Dott TV News.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. Moving on. Presidential candidate of the Nigeria Democratic Congress, Peter Obi, has denied reports that he asked Nigerian soldiers to reject the salary increase approved by President Bola Tinubu. Obi described the report as false and urged Nigerians to disregard it. Tinubu recently approved a 30 to 80% salary increase for about 250,000 armed forces personnel effective September 1st, 2026. Reacting, Obi said his respect for security personnel remains unwavering, stressing that he has consistently advocated better equipment, motivation, and protection for soldiers. The former Anambra State governor said the welfare, safety, and resources of security personnel would be a priority under his leadership. He also pledged that soldiers would not be left unprotected in dangerous situations and urged the public to dismiss the report, attributing the contrary position to him. And now to Osun State, where sensitive election materials have arrived in Osogbo ahead of Saturday's Osun State governorship election. The Independent National Electoral Commission says it will draw ad hoc personnel from more than 30,000 NYSC members, while 2.3 million registered voters are eligible to participate. INEC says the sensitive materials, including ballot papers and beavers devices, are being kept securely and will be distributed to local government areas and registration area centers ahead of the poll. Security has also been intensified with 25,310 personnel from the police, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, and the EFCC deployed across the state. The police are deploying 15,000 officers, while the NSCDC has deployed about 10,000 personnel from neighboring states, supported by specialized units. Military personnel have also taken security at the INEC headquarters in Osogbo, with armored personnel carriers deployed to reinforce operations. 14 political parties are contesting the August 15th election, with incumbent Governor Ademola Adeleke of the Accord Party, APC candidate Bola Oyebamiji, and ADC candidate Najim Salam among the prominent contenders. Passengers were stranded in Lagos and Abuja on Tuesday as aviation unions picketed Air Peace over alleged anti-union practices and non-remittance of the 5% ticket sales charge owed to the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. The National Union of Air Transport Employees, Air Transport Services Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, the National Association of Aircraft Pilots and Engineers, backed by the Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress, began the picketing in the early hours of Tuesday. The union accused some of the domestic airlines of preventing workers from freely joining trade unions and withholding funds collected for aviation agencies. The union said the action followed several weeks of warnings and demanded immediate remittance of the outstanding charges, as well as assurances that workers would be allowed to unionize without fear of victimization. The protest disrupted Air Peace operations, leaving passengers waiting at the affected airports. Coming up shortly on the news at 4, police order arrest prosecution of traffic offenders in Enugu plus UK arrest over 4,700 illegal workers in the first quarter of 2026, and that's on foreign news. All coming up after the time out. Stay with us. In the heart of Asaba, where the street tells the stories every single day.
From the corridors of powers to the decisions shaping governance and politics in Delta and Nigeria.
From traders counting every naira to families battling rising costs and uncertain times.
From football pitches to sporting successes to the major developments making the headlines all over the world.
And from the untold human stories, the struggles, victories, resilience, and hope of the everyday Nigerians.
This is the news beyond the headlines. Dott TV News are your trusted window to stories that truly matter to the people. Here, we don't just report events, we tell the human stories behind them.
The Delta Broadcast Media Organization, in conjunction with the Delta State Ministry of Information, presents the Delta Broadcast Media Conference 2.0. Theme: The Broadcast Media as a Democratic Catalyst, Shaping Public Trust and Electoral Credibility in 2027. Keynote speaker, Sheun Okimbaloye. Anchor, Politics Today on Channels Television. Guest speakers, Ayo Mairo Essay. Anchor, Arise News. Agatha Amata, CEO, Trend FM. Samuel Fejoku, veteran broadcaster and senior special assistant to the governor on protocol. Guest of honor, Honorable Charles Ehiedu Aneagu, Commissioner for Works, Rural Roads and Public Information. And Right Honorable Imomotimi Dennis Guo. Speaker, Delta State House of Assembly. Special guest of honor, His Excellency, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff F.O. Oborewori, the Executive Governor of Delta State. Convener, media personality, Ruki Onoro. Date, August 14, 2026. Time, 10 a.m. Venue, Unity Hall, Government House, Asaba. There'll be high-level networking, media interaction, capacity building, awards, and lots more. Register to attend on www.deltabroadcastmediaconference.org. For inquiries, call 0706 701 8400, 0803 874 9265. Delta Broadcast Media Conference 2.0, powered by Delta State Government. Sponsors, Dominion Pearl Homes and One Niger app. Supported by NTA, DBS, Quest FM and TV, Warri Sentinel, Trend FM, Mega FM, Baramatu Voice, Oko FM, Crown FM, Sleek FM, Eku FM, Big Heart Radio, Cruise FM, Atlantic TV, Rise FM, and Dott TV.
Thanks for still being there. Now to the rest of our stories. The Enugu State Police Command has ordered the immediate enforcement of traffic laws across the state, directing officers to arrest and prosecute motorists who violate existing regulations. The Commissioner of Police, Maman Giwa, said the move follows growing disregard for traffic rules, which has caused gridlock, road crashes, loss of lives, and destruction of properties. He directed the command's operations, legal and traffic officers to ensure professional enforcement. The police commissioner, however, warned officers against violating the rights and dignity of motorists. He urged all road users, including security personnel, to obey traffic regulations to reduce congestion, prevent accidents, and ensure free movement across the state. And now to the foreign scene. Oil prices have continued to rise as hopes fade for a deal between the United States and Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Crude prices have surged by about 10% over the past week, with Brent crude rising more than 1% on Tuesday to $88.85 per barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate climbed to $83.37 per barrel. The deadlock has heightened concerns about the global inflation as the disruption threatens a key route for international oil shipments. U.S. President Donald Trump says he will seek compensation from Iran as part of any peace deal, while Tehran is demanding U.S. war reparations before agreeing to a resolution. The United Kingdom Immigration Enforcement has arrested 4,756 people for illegally working between January and June 2026, making a 20% increase from the same period in 2025. The Home Office also carried out 7,270 raids on businesses, a 31% rise year on year, describing the period as the most successful 6 months of illegal working enforcement in British history. Employers in sectors including beauty, retail, and hospitality have also faced the 74 million euros in civil penalties for far this year, while more than 17,000 illegal working arrests have been made since July 2024. From October 1st, employers hiring illegal workers in the gig economy, including delivery riders, could face fines of about 60,000 euros per illegal worker or up to 5 years in prison. A 7.4 magnitude earthquake has killed at least 132 people and injured more than 570 others in Colombia. The powerful quake struck the western region shortly after 7:30 a.m. local time, destroying buildings, cutting power, and disrupting communications in several cities. Rescue workers and volunteers are searching through rubble for survivors, using their bare hands, basic tools, and human chains to clear collapsed structures. President Abelardo de la Espriella has declared a state of emergency and ordered a major rescue operation. The United States has announced a $15.5 million in emergency relief, while the European Union and several other countries have offered assistance as rescue efforts continue. For more stories in the world of sports, let's now join Anthony Uche.
We begin with some La Liga news, as Barcelona have cancelled their scheduled pre-season friendly against Ittihad Raidi Tanger, which was set for the 15th of August in Morocco due to the escalating border crisis in Ceuta. The decision follows a severe humanitarian and diplomatic emergency triggered after tens of thousands of migrants crossed into the Spanish North African enclave by sea, resulting in dozens of deaths and heightened tensions across the European Union. While club officials pointed to prevailing regional uncertainty and circumstances as making the fixture inappropriate, the cancellation compounds a disrupted pre-season that already saw a match against Preston North End called off. Hansi Flick's squad continues its preparation with the upcoming fixtures against Nottingham Forest in Udine, Italy, and Egypt's Al Ahly on the 19th of August, ahead of launching their La Liga title defense against Elche on the 23rd of August. Now to England, where a consortium led by British-Indian businessman Amit Bhatia, featuring billionaire Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and Facebook co-founder Eduardo Saverin, has advanced negotiations to acquire minority stake of approximately 30% in Liverpool Football Club. Fenway Sports Group (FSG), who purchased the Anfield Club for £300 million in 2010 and previously sold a minority share to Dynasty Equity, acknowledged earlier that the group had formally expressed interest in a strategic investment. The prospective buyers bring immense financial backing, highlighted by Bezos, the world's fourth richest individual, possessing a net worth estimated by Forbes at $256 billion. The investment talks coincide with a period of financial health for the Merseyside club, which recently surpassed its competitors to become the top-earning Premier League team and posted record revenues of £703 million for the 2024-25 financial year. While FSG declined to comment on the latest developments on a potential ownership, underscores Liverpool's rising global valuation. Bhatia brings extensive football administration experience to the consortium following his 18-year tenure as a director and co-owner of English club Queen's Park Rangers. Moving on, Tottenham defender Mickey van der Ven has committed his long-term future to the club by signing a contract extension, pointing to a clear vision and direction for the team's project. The Netherlands international, who originally joined from Wolfsburg in 2023, signed a deal running until 2029, had previously weighed his option before Roberto De Zerbi's appointment as manager. A match proved decisive in convincing him to stay. Van de Ven had made 96 appearances across all competitions since arriving at the North London club, helping the club secure the 2025 Europa League title and wearing the captain's armband for the final 6 games of last season as the club narrowly avoided Premier League relegation. Finally, still talking defenders, Liverpool have signed Uruguay international Ronald Araujo on a season-long loan from Barcelona with an option to make the transfer permanent. The versatile 27-year-old who can feature at centre-back and at right-back arrives to bolster the rest defensive options following Ibrahima Konate's departure to Real Madrid. Under contract at Nou Camp until 2031, Araujo made only 11 league starts last season as Barcelona claimed their 29th Spanish title, having amassed over 200 appearances for the Catalan club, won 3 La Liga titles, and served as captain following Marc-Andre ter Stegen's loan departure. The defender viewed a move as an ideal and necessary step at this stage in his career. Sunday's Football Analytics notes that while injuries and occasional lapses in concentration impacted his recent playing time, a revitalized Araujo, who mirrors his previous form as one of La Liga's standout defenders, will prove a tremendous asset to Liverpool. The Premier League side moved quickly to secure his services as they prepare for their opening fixture of the campaign away against Newcastle United on Sunday, the 23rd of August. From the Sports Desk, Anthony Uche reporting for Dott TV News.
Thank you very much, Anthony. That's all we have for you on Dott TV News at 4. Thank you for your time. I am Priscilla Ifani, and do also follow us on all our social media platforms at official.tv, or you could visit our website www.dottv.tv. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.